United Kingdom launches surprise invasion of Ireland. In a shocking departure from decades of peace, the United Kingdom initiates a full-scale military invasion of Ireland. Utilizing a coordinated strategy of aerial bombardment, naval blockades, artillery strikes and drone warfare, British forces cross the Irish Sea. The Irish government declares a state of emergency as Dublin and coastal regions come under heavy fire. The international community reacts with immediate condemnation, calling for an urgent ceasefire. Dublin falls to British forces. Following intense urban combat and overwhelming air superiority, British troops secure control of Dublin. The Irish government retreats westward as resistance crumbles in the east. Reports emerge of significant civilian casualties and infrastructure damage. The United Kingdom declares the initial phase of the operation a success, promising restoration of order while facing growing protests across Northern Ireland and Scotland. Irish government collapses. Ceasefire declared, with major cities occupied and communication lines severed, the remaining Irish leadership sues for peace. The United Kingdom accepts a conditional surrender, imposing a ceasefire effective immediately. British Prime Minister announces plans for reintegration and war reparations. International observers warn of a potential insurgency as scattered Irish units refuse to lay down arms in remote western regions. UN Security Council condemns UK action. The United Nations holds an emergency session regarding the annexation of Ireland. Resolutions demanding the withdrawal of British forces are vetoed by the United Kingdom itself. The European Union suspends trade negotiations with London, while the United States expresses deep concern but stops short of sanctions. Protests erupt in Paris, Berlin, and New York against what is termed colonial aggression. British settlers begin arrival in Ireland. The United Kingdom initiates a controversial program to transport British settlers to formerly Irish territories. Housing requisitions begin in Dublin and Cork, displacing local populations. The move draws comparisons to historical plantation schemes, fueling resentment among the displaced Irish populace. Underground resistance cells begin forming in the countryside, vowing to continue the fight. Local Irish police restored under British command. The United Kingdom announces the re-establishment of local police forces in the former Irish territories, now operating under British oversight. Former officers are vetted and rehired, while new recruits undergo loyalty screening. While intended to stabilize the region, the move is viewed by many locals as collaboration. Incidents of sabotage against police stations are reported overnight in rural areas. War reparations imposed on former Irish state. The United Kingdom formalizes the terms of peace, demanding substantial war reparations from the dissolved Irish state assets. Funds are redirected to rebuild British infrastructure and support the settler program. Critics argue the measures amount to economic strangulation of the Irish people. Underground banks begin circulating alternative currencies in western provinces to evade British controls. Scottish independence movements gain momentum. Following the invasion of Ireland, support for Scottish independence surges as fears grow of further British militarism. Mass rallies in Glasgow and Edinburgh call for a referendum. The UK government warns against separatist agitation but faces declining approval ratings in Scotland. Political analysts suggest the union may be fracturing faster than anticipated. Crackdown on Scottish independence rally. In a decisive move to quell rising separatist sentiment, the United Kingdom orders local police forces to arrest key members of the Scottish independence rally in Edinburgh. The operation, executed swiftly under the guise of maintaining public order, results in the detention of dozens of activists and the dispersal of crowds gathered near Holyrood Park. While the British government frames the action as necessary to prevent civil unrest, critics decry it as an authoritarian overreach that may fuel further resentment in Scotland. UN condemns UK actions in Ireland. The United Nations issues a formal condemnation of the United Kingdom's annexation of Ireland, citing violations of international law. Despite veto threats from London, member states debate imposing sanctions. Meanwhile, resistance movements within former Irish territories grow bolder, emboldened by global outrage.